with yoga, we're going to start in a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. Maybe you're sitting crisscross, maybe your legs are out in a V, maybe you're sitting on your knees, or maybe you like to take a blanket or a block and you can sit up, prop yourself up on that. So just find a comfortable seat. When you sit up on the blanket or the block, what that does for you is elevate your hips above your knees, and it can make this crisscross applesauce a little more comfortable. Now, that's not to say that you have to be sitting crisscross applesauce again, but if that's a struggle for you and you'd like to, then maybe try the blanket or block under your seat. And if you have blocks, have those nearby somewhere. If not, that's okay. And in your comfortable seat, you're going to close your eyes and breathe your natural breath. You're not making any changes to your breath. You're just allowing it to flow in and out of your body. As your thoughts come in, allow them to drift away, meaning that you're not going to engage with your thoughts. It's okay to have thoughts, but you don't want to get lost in them. So maybe you have a thought about what you're having for dinner. As soon as you notice that you're thinking about dinner, redirect your attention to your breath. Rather than asking what dishes need to be done to make that meal happen, or asking yourself what groceries you need to pick up. Don't travel down the rabbit hole. Just breathe. And focus on your breathing. And now you'll begin to do an extended exhale. So you're going to inhale for 4 seconds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Now hold your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Now exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Now 2 more times on your own. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale as much air as you can out for 8 seconds. And hold for 4. And last time. Now you're going to have your hands down on your knees. And then on your next inhale, lift your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, drop your shoulders back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. And two more. Good. Then you're going to take your right hand by your side and your left arm up. Inhale, lengthen up first, then exhale, side bend. Inhale, up to center, right arm up, left arm down, exhale, side bend. Inhale, up, exhale, side bend. And move on your pace, your breath. Do two more on each side. And final time. Then inhale back up to center. Good. Now you're going to take your left hand towards your right knee and your right hand goes towards the back. Inhale here. And exhale. Good. Then inhale over to center. Then bring right hand to your knee, left hand back. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Then you're going to bring your arms just hovering, okay, away from your body. And you're going to inhale to the right. And exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Two more times each side. Last twist. Good. Arms by your side. If you're seated on that block or the blanket, you're going to remove that and set that aside. And now you'll bring yourself to a tabletop position. The knees under wrists, knees under hips, and wrists under shoulders, excuse me. Good. And then from here, really find your core. Engage your core. Knit your front ribs in towards each other. Good. Then you're going to reach your right arm out in your right leg and left arm. Excuse me. Right leg, left arm. Reach for opposite walls. Last week, we worked on both pointing the ball of the foot and flexing your toes. So see if you can find that engagement in your foot. Then exhale back to center. Good. And now right leg, mom, left arm out. Knit your ribs in and point through the ball of your foot as you flex your toes. You're really engaging all of your leg that way. Last breath. And return to tabletop. Good. Then you're going to curl your toes under and lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. And pedal your dog out. Good. And then come back to stillness. Then walk your feet up towards your hands into a forward fold and sway side to side. Good. And come back to center. Then you'll inhale halfway left. Exhale, fold. Then inhale, rise, arms overhead. Palms meet. Then interlace your finger except your index fingers point up. Good. Then you're going to inhale, really lengthen through your arms. Try and get your elbows as straight as they can go, as tight to your ears as they go. Inhale, lengthen up its spine and neck. Then exhale, tick-tock your body side to side. 2. We're going to go 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Then come back to center. And on your exhale, fold forward with bent knees. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms overhead. Interlace your fingers. This time the awkward lace, so the opposite finger on top than you put last time. And your index finger still points up. Good. Arms up. Really reach. Create nice straight elbows. Your biceps are tightened to your ears. Lengthen your spine, but knit your core in too. Good. Inhale, lengthen up first. Then exhale, lean to one side. And hold. Try to prevent your shoulders from tipping outward. We want to make sure that your shoulders and your hips stay nice and square. Last breath. Good, then inhale up to center, lengthen up first. Exhale, side bend. And hold. Check in with your shoulders and your hips. Is one trying to push back? It tends to be your upper arm. So the arm that's on top tends to be the one that the shoulder wants to swing back in space. You've got to really pull it forward. 2 more breaths. Then inhale up to center. Exhale, fold forward with bent knees. Good. Now inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Arms overhead. Hands to heart center. Good. Now you're going to sit back into your chair. So send your hips back in space. Feet can be either together or hip distance, your choice. Knit your front ribs in and send your sits bones down towards the mat. Keep a nice long spine, long neck. Can you sink down a little bit lower without allowing your knees to cross over your ankles? Last breath. Good. And rise to standing. Arms go up. And then out by your sides. Mountain pose. Take one breath here. Let's check in at mountain pose. Mountain pose is the starting pose for many poses, the preparatory pose, rather. So your feet are going to be about hip distance apart. I want you to pick up your toes up off the mat. Then you're going to press in to both the inner edge of the ball of your foot and the outer edge of the ball of your foot. So right at the base of your toes, the inner and outer are pressing down on the mat. Once you find that engagement, then press through the center of your heel. And as you press through the center of your heel, notice the engagement of your inner thighs and how that turns on. Good. Then send your sits bones down towards the mat as you knit your front ribs in. So pull your front ribs towards one another, towards your hip bones. Good. Then roll shoulder blades down and back. Arms by your side, spine and neck long. Close your eyes and take 2 deep breaths. You can step your toes down if you haven't already. Last breath. Good. Now inhale, arms go up, palms meet. Hands to heart center. Good. Next, you're going to come up onto the balls of your feet. And now you're going to lower down an imaginary wall behind you so that your body stays nice and long and tall, nice and flat as you bend your knees as low as you can. Good. Once you get as low as you can you lift your right heel up higher? How about your left heel? Good. One more breath. And now slowly rise all the way up. And set your heels down. Good. Arms go up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, bent knees. Make sure your knees are generously bent here, and you're going to reach your arms behind your knees, grab for opposite elbows. So knees can be bent as much as needed to make this happen. And just breathe here. Two more breaths. Good, then release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And now inhale, rise. Arms overhead, palms meet. Then hands go to heart center. Good. We're going to do something very similar to what we just did, just a slight difference there. Hands are going to stay heart center. You come up onto the balls of your feet, and then bring your knees together as if your knees are holding an important piece of paper. Keep your knees together as you slowly lower all the way down. You won't be able to lower as much as you did last time. That's okay. Good. Get as low as you can. Keep your knees together. Once you're as low as you can you lift your right heel higher? And your left, keeping your knees together. One more breath. And slowly rise. And set your heels down, release your knees. Arms go up. And exhale, fold. From the fold, go ahead and sway side to side. Knees can be bent or straightened. Good. Then you'll come back to center now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms overhead. Palms meet. Then reverse your palms face out and very slowly bring your hands back down towards your thighs. Maybe you close your eyes and check in with your senses, see if anything sparks. And once you get your arms down by your sides, let's take 2 breaths in mountain pose. Press into that triangle of your feet, the ball of your feet and the center of your heel. Last breath. Good. So from here, your feet are hip distance apart. You're going to step your right foot back, warrior one. And from your warrior one, let's just work the legs for now. I want you to straighten your front knee and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. 2 more times. If your back heel lifts up off the ground, that's okay. Or if your back knee bends, that's okay too. Last time. Good. Now that you've played with your legs a little, you want your knee to come bent right over your ankle. So I'd rather you have less bend in your knee than bend more, but have your knee crossing your ankle. We really want your knee to stay right on top. Good. Then your back foot's at that 45-degree angle. You knit your front ribs in. And now inhale, reach your arms up. Good. From here, you're going to inhale, really lengthen spine, lengthen arms. And exhale, cactus your arms. Bring your arms like a goalpost. Really squeeze shoulder blades. Good. Then inhale, arms up. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms. 2 more times. And last one. Now maybe you keep your arms right here in your cactus. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Good. Then hands come to heart center. And now you're going to twist. So you're going to take your left hand to the outside of your right knee or your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Either way is fine. If you have your left hand on your knee, then you put your right hand on your hip. This is a great twist. Two more breaths. Good. Then return back to your warrior one and check in. Is your knee still right over your ankle? Is your back foot at that 45-degree angle? Your front ribs knitted in. Good. Then inhale, lengthen up through your arms. And exhale, pivot into warrior two. So in your warrior two, your back foot's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Your front knee stays right over your ankle. I'm going to turn around. Good. And your arms reach for opposite walls. Allow your shoulders to be relaxed away from your ears. Good. And then straighten your front knee and bend. Straighten your front knee and bend. Good. Then bring your knee right over your ankle. And now we're going to do a couple of times. Well, let's check in with your core first. Check in with the core. Is your front ribs knitted in? Good. Then arms out. And now next time you're going to inhale, straighten your knee, arms go up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straight knee, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. And 3 more times on your own. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. And last time. And hold in your warrior two. Check in with your knees at right above your ankle, or your front ribs knitted in, and then is your tailbone pointing down towards the mat. Good. Next is reverse warrior, so you're going to flip your left palm up to the ceiling, and then reach back for a nice side body bend. Good. You should feel the separation in your left ribs. And now you're going to straighten your front knee. And we're going to stay in this modified reverse pose. Or come back to this modified reverse pose, I should say. So you're going to, on your next exhale, you're going to bring your arms out and tip into triangle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior, that modified reverse with a straight leg. Exhale, triangle pose. And continue 3 more times. Both reverse warrior and triangle pose or side bends. Last time, inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Good. Then inhale back to warrior 2. Good. Now you're going to pivot onto the ball of your back foot for a high crescent lunge. Then press through your back heel as you lower your lunge. Hands, palms come together, heart center, and a twist. So option to bring your left elbow to the outside of your left knee, or your left hand to the outside of your knee, right hand to hip, just like we did in the warrior one. And 2 breaths, really press through your back heel. Good, then you'll come back to center. Inhale, arms go up. Good. And exhale, you're going to open up to a wide leg stance with both toes pointed towards the front of the room. Good. From here, you're going to fold forward. Really check in with the outer arches of your feet, or outer edges, I should say. Are they pressing into the mat? Then fold forward, hinge at your hips. Good. And hold. Maybe your knees are bent slightly to bring a little more ease as long as you keep the engagement in the outer edge of your foot. Last breath. Then you'll walk your hands up towards your hips and slowly rise. Good. Now you toe heel your feet together and find your mountain pose. So feet are going to be hip distance today. Pick up your toes, really press into both the inner edge of the ball of your foot and the outer edge of the ball of your foot. And then press down into the center of your heel. Find that triangle of stabilization in your feet. You can set your toes down. Check with your pelvis, is it nice and neutral? Front ribs knitted in. Shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. And now 2 breaths. Good. Then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. Now inhale, rise. Arms overhead. Palms meet. Then hands to heart center. Good. And relax your arms down by your sides. Now bring your left foot back. Warrior 1. Back foot's at the 45-degree angle. Find that. Find your ribs knitted in. And then straighten and bend your front knee without letting it cross over your ankle. Maybe you need to adjust your stance a little bit and move forward. Maybe you need to move your feet a little bit closer. so that your knee can be right over your ankle. Good, and last time, bend and straighten. Then warrior one legs. Good. And as you're ready, bring your arms up and hold. Check in with your core. Is that still knitted in? Good. Inhale, lengthen spine and arms. Exhale, cactus your arms, really squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, cactus. And 3 more times on your own. And last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus. And hold in your cactus. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Good. Now bring palms together at heart center. And we're going to twist. So your option, either bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, or your left hand to the outside of your right knee, and your right hand goes on your hip. And 2 more breaths. Good. And then come back to center. Inhale, arms go up. Lengthen in your spine and arms. And on your exhale, pivot open to warrior 2. Your back foot's parallel to the short edge of the mat. Arms stretch wide, find your core engaged. And then straighten and bend your knee. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. And then hold. Good. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. The arms are lifted right at shoulder height. Your core, front ribs knitted in, tailbone down towards the mat. Last breath. And then flip your right palm up to the ceiling. Reverse warrior, you're going to reach back. Feel the separation in your front ribs. And then straighten your front knee. Good. And now on your next exhale, you're going to bring yourself to triangle pose. And inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse warrior with the straight knee. And exhale, triangle pose. Now, 2 more times on your own. And last one. And exhale back to warrior 2. Check in with your warrior 2 once again. For your arms at shoulder height. Your core engaged and your tailbone pointing down. Good. Next, you're going to pivot your back foot into high crescent lunge. So you're on the ball of your back foot, arms lift up. Press through your back heel first. Good. Then palms meet, hands to heart center. For another twist. Up to you, either your left elbow or your left hand to the outside of your knee. If it's your hand, then your right hand goes to your hip. And press through your heel, core engaged, knee goes across the toes, and come back to center. Good. And now you're going to pivot yourself into your wide leg stance. Good. Bring your hands back behind you and interlace your fingers. Then find that engagement in the outer arches of your feet. And you're going to fold forward at your hips. Then lift your arms up and away from your body if that feels good to you. If that does not feel good, hands can always stay at your low back. So this is completely optional. Then bring your hands slowly back towards your hips. And softly rise all the way up. Good. And then you're going to toe heel your feet together. Good. Next, come to the top of your mat. You're going to inhale, arms go up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now inhale, rise, arms overhead, palms meet, hands to heart center. Good. Exhale, chair. Send your hips back, knees over your ankles, maybe your toes can float. Nice long spine. And last breath. And slowly rise. And you can release your arms by your sides. You step your right foot back, warrior one. Take your time. Find your warrior one. Find your best version of warrior one. So your left knee is right over your left ankle. Your right foot is behind you at a 45-degree angle, and then press into that outer arch, outer edge of your foot. At the same time that you press at the outer arch of your foot, I want you to drag your back heel towards your back knee. By making both of these actions, you're going to pull your left hip back in space and your right hip forward in space. So find that engagement, and then arms up. And last breath. Good. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Find your engagement. Arms are shoulder height. Back foot's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Your knee does not cross your ankle. Engage your core. Pull your sits bones down towards the mat. And 2 breaths. Good. Then pivot into your high crescent lunge, so on the ball of your back foot. Don't let your front knee cross your heel. Press through your back heel towards the back of the room. Then inhale deeply. Good. Now you're going to straighten your front knee and bend. Straighten your front knee and bend. One more time, straighten your front knee and bend. And then step your right foot to meet your left. Arms by your sides. 2 breaths in mountain pose. So lift up all 10 toes. Press into the triangles we've been engaging into your feet. Outer arch, inner arch with the balls of your feet and the center of your heel. Pelvis is neutral, core engaged, shoulders down and back. 2 breaths. Good. Now you're going to step your left foot back, warrior one. Find your stance. Right knee is directly over your heel or your ankle. Left foot 45 degrees, press into the outer arch. Then pull your back knee towards your front heel and your front heel towards your back knee. Get those hips facing forward, then arms go up and breathe. One more breath. Then your next exhale, you're going to open up warrior two. Back foot parallel, arms are parallel to the floor. Front knee over your ankle, core engaged, sit bones to the floor. Good. Then pivot onto the ball of your back foot, high crescent lunge. Front knee stays right over your heel. Press through your back heel towards the back of the room. Good. Then straighten your front knee and bend. Straighten your front knee and bend. One more time. Straighten your front knee and bend. Good. Now you're going to step your left foot to meet your right. Arms by your sides. Last time, 2 breaths in mountain pose. Really press into the outer side of the ball of your foot, inner side of the ball of your foot, and the center of your heel. Feel your inner thighs engage. Your pelvis is neutral, core is engaged, shoulders relaxed, spine is long. Good. Then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Now inhale, halfway lift. Good. Then plant your hands and step your feet back to downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, take one full deep breath first. And now on your next exhale, you're going to lift your heels as you bend your knees and bring yourself to child's pose. Knees can be wide or narrow. Maybe they go to the edges of your mat, or maybe they're together. And send your hips back towards your heels. Nice child's pose. And maybe you want to bring a little more restfulness into this pose and bring your arms by your side. You could also put a blanket under your forehead. Let's take a couple breaths here. Good. Now see if it feels good to rock your hips from side to side. And maybe your forehead rolls with that. Good, and then you come back to center, one full breath cycle in and out. Now press your hands into the mat. Rise, and you're going to bring yourself seated with your legs out ahead of you. I want you to scoot up to the top of your mat and have your knees bent, your feet planted. Next, you're going to take your hands right behind your hamstrings, and then you're going to round your spine today. So go ahead and tilt your chin towards your chest, rounded spine, like a nice cat back. Then slowly lower yourself all the way down. Use your core muscles to make your way to the ground. Good. Once you've made it to the ground, you're going to bring your arms into a cactus, and your feet are as wide as your mat, so maybe on either edge. And then you're going to windshield wiper your knees 10 times. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come back to center. You're going to hug your knees into chest and then rock from side to side. Good. And you come back to center. Keep a hold of your right knee and let your left leg rest long on the mat, or your foot can be planted if that feels better. Good. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest, towards your armpit, or your shoulder. Good. And now you're going to take your right ankle and place it on your left thigh. A nice figure 4. Turn this way. Good. Next, you're going to reach in between your legs and grab for either your hamstring or your shin, whatever is available. Now, in this pose, it's important to keep tailbone and your shoulder blades down on the mat. And you're actively pulling your left leg towards your chest as you actively press your right knee away from your body. Most yoga poses have these contradictions in them or conflicting actions. And what you want is not to have a clear winner. You want them to work together for a tie so that both muscles are equally working. Last breath. Good. Now plant your left foot down. And you can set your right foot back down on the mat. Then lift and lower your hips. That'll help get you recentered. And now you're going to bring your left knee into your chest. Your right foot can stay planted on the mat. Then squeeze your left knee up towards your armpit, towards your shoulder. And hold. If you wanted to lengthen through your right side body, you certainly could. One more breath. So if your foot's not already planted on the mat, bend your knee and plant your foot. Then take your left ankle to your right thigh. And now you're going to reach in between your legs for your hamstring or your shin. Tailbone and shoulder blades are on the mat. As you pull your right knee in towards your body and energetically press your left knee away from your body. Holding this opposition is going to help tone and work your muscles. You should feel a little bit of discomfort or soreness or working and not pinching or pain. If it's pinching or pain, you've got to back off a little. Last breath. Good. Then set your right foot down, your left foot down, and now lift and lower your hips. Get yourself re-centered. And then you're going to take your legs straight up, legs up the wall, Knees can be bent or straightened. We'll just be here for a couple breaths. Arms are relaxed. And last breath. Good. Now bring knees into chest. Hug your knees. Pick up your head and squeeze every muscle in your body. Your toes, your feet, your face is furrowed. Your legs, arms, chest, back, hands. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze every muscle. And exhale, release it all. Long and wide. Final Shavasana. Make any adjustments as needed. Maybe you need to lift and lower your shoulder blades, or readjust the length of your feet and legs. Then breathe your natural breath. Allow the breath to flow in and out without any effort. And now I want you to take your attention to the top of your skull, the crown of your head. And imagine that somebody has just put a warm washcloth on the skull of your head. You feel warm and tingly sensation. And now you're going to completely relax this part of your head. Then focus your attention on your forehead. Move your warm washcloth to your forehead and feel that vibration, that tingly sensation move to your forehead. And completely relax this part of your head. Now bring your focus to your eyes and the tissue surrounding your eyes. Feel that tingling, warm vibration. And then completely release all tension in this part of your head. Next, you're going to bring your face, your cheeks, and your chin to your attention. Allow yourself to feel that vibration, that tingly sensation on your face. And then completely relax and breathe. Now move your attention down to your throat and your neck, inside and out. Allow that tingling, vibrating sensation to move down to your throat and your neck. And completely relax this part of your body. That vibration moves now to your shoulders. You feel your shoulders vibrate. Your arms, wrists, and hands begin to tingle. And you melt this part of your body. Allow it to fully relax. Next, your attention goes to your chest, both outside and in. Breathe in deeply and feel as that tingling warmth moves to your chest. Now completely relax your chest. And your attention moves to your abdomen, your stomach, and all the organs in between. You allow that tingling, warm vibration sensation to fill you up. And move your attention now down to your hips and your sits bones. Allow the vibration to travel here first, and then fully relax this part of your body. And now you bring that relaxation to your thighs. Your thighs vibrate, tingle, and fully relax into the mat. Your knees, your shins and calves all feel that vibration, tingling sensation now. And you completely relax your lower legs. And feel as that vibration moves down into your feet. And it makes you feel calm, relaxed, and whole. And then the vibration begins to send the tingling sensation all the way back up to your head and throughout your body for full body relaxation. Release all tension, all stress. Breathe and relax. And now imagine that there's a white ball of light encapsulating your fully released, completely relaxed body. And every breath you take, you inhale that light. And that light moves through your body to bring healing in the places that's most needed. This light knows where to go and what to do. All you have to do is breathe. Now you'll begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, or any other movements that feel good. Maybe you prefer to circle your wrists and ankles, or rock your head from side to side. Any small movements that feel good here. Maybe you like to do a full body stretch. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to prop yourself over to one side. Hug your knees in. And be grateful to your body today. Be grateful for your knees, for the weight they carry, the movements they make, the ability to run, jog, skip, and hop. And as you're ready, you're going to prop yourself to a comfortable seat with eyes closed. Then you inhale, arms overhead, palms meet each other. Now you'll reverse your palms and slowly press the air around you away as you bring your arms by your sides. If any of your senses spark or ignite for you as your arms move through this air. something I talk about in every class. So today I'd like to do a little playfulness with that. Everybody bring hands to heart center. Sometimes it's hard to feel that or notice which senses ignite for you. So today what we're going to do is feel energy in a different way. Feel your bubble, your biofield in a different way. So take your hands heart center together and rub them vigorously. Create lots of heat. Next, what you're going to do, eyes closed preferably, is you're going to pull your hands apart from each other about 6 inches. And then bring them together towards each other but not touching, and out back to 6 inches or so. These numbers are not concrete. It can be further or less. Back to 2, out to 6. Notice what's happening in between your hands. Can you feel that warm, tingly, vibrating sensation? Some people say it feels like a magnet, or a ball, a rubber band. Just notice what's there for you. Last time. And now hands come all the way together, heart center. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to guide you today. I honor and appreciate the light inside of you. Namaste. Bye. Thank you. We'll see you next week.